Kim Taehyung's hysterical tears broke out on the magnificent stage of MetLife Stadium, New Jersey, as the final song echoed on the closing day of BTS's World Tour. Amidst the vocalist's vulnerability, unable to hold back his tears, Jungkook swiftly pulled him into a tight embrace to protect him from breaking down. The sincere bond between the two was clearly visible as Jungkook affectionately comforted an exhausted Taehyung after months of enduring a grueling tour schedule. Instantly, thousands of armies in the stadium shed tears watching this most emotional and touching moment between the two close friends. Taehyung's sincere statement apologizing for crying further broke the hearts of the audience filling the arena. Behind the glitz of global popularity and extraordinary physical fatigue, the closing concert in New Jersey was officially recorded as a night full of love. The grand concert finally concluded with a sea of tears of togetherness, leaving an eternal memory of true brotherhood between Taehyung and Jungkook. Army, welcome back to VFX. Today we've got another exciting update you won't want to miss, so stay tuned until the end. Emotional moment at MetLife Stadium. These tears and Jungkook's warm embrace conclude BTS's concert in New Jersey. The closing concert of BTS's World Tour at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, left deeply moving and emotionally draining memories for the thousands of fans packed into the magnificent stadium. Amidst the splendor of the stage setup and the sea of glowing army bombs, an unexpected moment occurred during the final song performed by the global group, creating an atmosphere of deep sorrow and warmth that enveloped the entire arena. Kim Taehyung, better known as V, suddenly could not hold back his tears on stage. The vocalist with a distinct vocal character looked very fragile while singing the final verses of the closing song that night. Overwhelming emotions made it difficult for him to continue the lyrics, while his sobbing began to clear through the microphone he held tightly. Seeing his beloved Hyung starting to weaken and overcome by deep sadness, Jeon Jungkook moved quickly without hesitation. With alertness and full attention, the Maknae youngest member of BTS immediately stepped closer to Taehyung amidst the bustling spotlight of the stage. Jungkook knew very well how important this moment was and how heavy the emotional burden being borne by his fellow group member was. Without caring about the cameras glaring sharply at them, Jungkook immediately pulled Taehyung's body into a tight and warm embrace. The embrace was given not just as an ordinary hug, but as a form of protection so that Taehyung would feel calm and not drop in front of tens of thousands of spectators. This spontaneous gesture showed how deep the emotional bond and sense of care intertwined between the two of them. Jungkook is known as a figure who is always by Taehyung's side, especially in difficult and high-pressure moments like this exhausting world tour. The friendship relationship established over many years makes Jungkook deeply understand Taehyung's body language, even before Taehyung utters a single word. Sincerity radiated clearly from the way Jungkook gently patted Taehyung's back on stage. This extraordinary closeness once again proved that Jungkook cares deeply for Taehyung beyond just being a groupmate in the music industry. In the eyes of fans, this genuine interaction without engineering is concrete proof of a true brotherhood bond that has been tested by time, success, and various heavy challenges in the global entertainment world. The audience's reaction at MetLife Stadium instantly turned drastically from cheers of excitement to a silence full of empathy followed by mass weeping. Thousands of armies who witnessed the touching scene firsthand also shed tears seeing their idol vulnerable in front of the public. The sound of the audience's sobs blended with the background music arrangement, further adding to the dramatic atmosphere of that night. Many fans in the front rows were caught on camera wiping their tears while watching Jungkook tightly hug Taehyung with deep affection. This sight of two BTS members supporting each other on an international stage successfully touched the deepest hearts of anyone who saw it, both those present live and those watching through live broadcast screens. The closing concert in New Jersey finally had to end with a sea of tears of love from Taehyung and Jungkook, as well as all BTS members who joined in providing moral support. A touching atmosphere dominated the final moments before the members bowed respectfully and waved goodbye to their loyal fans in the stadium. Although the concert ended with full emotion, the message of love and sincerity delivered through tears and hugs will continue to live in the hearts of the fans. This intimate moment at MetLife Stadium not only became an iconic tour closure, but also a precious chapter about the meaning of family, friendship, and true love among BTS members. Taehyung's tears and Jungkook's embrace that night became a symbol that behind the glamour of the K-pop world and massive global popularity, they remain ordinary humans who strengthen each other. This concert in New Jersey was officially recorded in history as one of the most emotional, beautiful, and unforgettable nights for BTS and all armies around the world. After his sobs began to subside and his breath returned to normal inside Jungkook's warm embrace, Taehyung slowly stepped forward, approaching the side of the stage while holding the microphone with both hands. With eyes still swollen and a thin smile implying extraordinary sincerity, he looked at the sea of armies packing MetLife Stadium to deliver a few closing words. His voice, sounding slightly hoarse due to exhaustion and overflowing emotions, echoed across every corner of the giant stadium in New Jersey. "I am truly sorry for suddenly crying in front of all of you tonight," Taehyung said, opening his short speech with a trembling tone of voice. He then explained that the tears were not tears of sadness, but tears of happiness and immense emotion over the unconditional love always given by fans over many years. "Actually, I tried hard to hold it back until the end, but seeing you sing along with us so sincerely made my defense crumble," he continued while wiping the remaining tears on his cheek. Beside him, Jungkook remained standing faithfully with a gaze full of pride and affection clearly radiating on his face, ensuring his Hyung felt safe and fully supported. Jungkook's unwavering presence provided extra strength for Taehyung to finish his sentence on the closing stage. "Army, thank you for being the reason we can stand on a stage this big and survive this far," Taehyung said with strong emphasis, dedicating the historic moment entirely to the loyal fans who have accompanied BTS's career journey. That sincere expression of gratitude was immediately greeted with roaring cheers and a sea of touching tears from the audience who could no longer contain their feelings. Behind the grandeur of the stage setup and the dazzling stage lights at MetLife Stadium lies a story of extraordinary physical and mental struggle from the BTS members. The closing concert in New Jersey was the endpoint of a grueling North American world tour lasting several months. Packed flight schedules, intensive concert preparations, and the demand to always perform perfectly in every city drained the members' stamina to the maximum limit. Psychological pressure as top global stars, constantly under public camera spotlights, further added to the heavy burden that every member had to bear every week. The combination of accumulated physical exhaustion and drained emotions is what made their mental defense much more sensitive, especially when facing the last day of the tour. The touching atmosphere that broke out on stage that night was not just an outpouring of happiness, but also a release from all the tension, fatigue, and pressure they had kept tightly hidden during the long journey of the world tour. Leave your positive comments here. The best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.